caltrop is an area denial weapon designed to stop the enemy. The caltrop is a sturdy, simple, yet effective weapon no matter its position. Its purpose was originally designed to stop elephant and donkey attacks. It graduated to stopping tanks. And now, the caltrop is your defense against propaganda, polished lies, and manufactured outrage. It's free from counterfeit credibility and synthetic truth. However, inside the walls of the caltrop, you're going to be forced to think. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Mike Calderese is the caltrop.
Coming down the mountain from the heaven to the hell, the Mike Calderese, the caltrop, he never stops, so ring the bell. He bring the facts, he's been up every morning till we sleep. He get it deep, Mike Calderese, in your head and in your sheets. And we don't mind, and we don't care, Mike Calderese is the caltrop. And we don't mind, and we don't care, Mike Calderese is the caltrop. And we don't mind, and we don't care, Mike Calderese is the caltrop.
Good evening and welcome to the Caltrop. I am your host, Michael Calderese, and we are always your defense mechanism against all things that are absolute bullshit. And this is about both sides of this aisle. Listen, there's a lot of you guys that are new to the show, new watching me, new to my pages. I love that you're here. I want to set the stage for you guys. Everyone knows that I lean a certain way, but I call out fucking everyone. And I got to tell you, today is Groundhog's Day, and we're going to get to that in a minute about the actual Groundhog's Day, about how many people show up to this event. It's amazing. And I watched that little fucking rodent tell me it was going to be cold for another 6 weeks, but we will get to that. But we have a packed show for you tonight because it is Groundhog's Day, and it's fitting because I feel it's that way in politics. I feel like for some reason, I'm stuck in Groundhog's Day, and that's going to be the Mike's Right, Shut the Fuck Up. But listen, you're not going to want to miss that one. We obviously have the government shutdown, ICE, Epstein's file, Nicki Minaj. We have a lot to kind of cover today to go over. There's a lot of absolute garbage. I mean, we even have, is Mom Dami Epstein's son? And I got to tell you, it might be somewhat convincing the way some of these pictures line up. We're going to try to debunk, go through, and have a good time with a lot of these guys. But let's waste no time and start off with the Mike's Right. Shut the fuck up and listen.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Babe, I got you, babe.
All right. I feel like I woke up today and Sonny and Cher was on the radio because welcome to Groundhog's Day, everybody. Only this is American Politics Edition. Yes, that's right. It's the same day, same idiots, same nothing happens. Government shutdown again, like clockwork. Republicans are like, guys, we're very concerned. We're going to get something accomplished. No, you're not. You're pussies with press releases. And the Democrats, of course, they just can't wait to shut it down for everything these days. They're like, this is literally the end of democracy. It's relax. You said that yesterday and the day before that and during brunch and the last Trump term. And somehow we're still here. But then, boom, the Epstein files again. Every day, it's big reveal coming, I swear to God, this time. And then nothing. No arrests, no handcuffs, no pert walks. Case closed. But somehow, some way, Trump's name is, of course, in it again. Epstein could be caught on camera robbing a bank in 1997, and they'd still be like, but what does this mean for Trump? Then Minnesota, fraud, millions missing, nobody goes to jail. Just ongoing investigation, which is government code for Please stop asking us. Just stop. Then ICE, of course. I'm surrounded by it. ICE nonstop, outside and on my TV screen. ICE is either the Gestapo or the Avengers, depending on what channel you're watching. Every single day, nothing changes. Nobody's fired. Nobody's arrested. We are not a country. We are a loop.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb.
Hold on. Didn't I say this? Yes. Because it's the same damn day over and over and over again. Hey, guess what? Government shut down again. Republicans fold faster than lawn chairs. Democrats scream, it's Mad Max. Guess what? Epstein files back again. Check it, direct it. Let's begin. This time it's different. Except no, it's not. It's a PDF version of Edging. Oh, it's coming. Wait, stop. No, it's not. Still no arrests. Still no accountability. But don't worry. Trump's definitely involved this time. At this point, Epstein could rise from the dead, and CNN would be like, sources say Trump may have taught him necromancy. I fucking butchered that word. He's a necromaniac banging dead people. Minnesota, yep, that's again. Fraud again. Millions gone again. Nobody charged, nobody fired. Just more hearings where everyone pretends to be shocked. And have I talked about ICE? ICE, ICE, baby. Oh my God, ICE. One side thinks ICE is kidnapping nuns. The other side thinks ICE is the last line between civilization and Thunderdome. Meanwhile, ICE agents are like, bro, I just want a pension. Every day, same outrage, same headlines, same zero results. We don't have breaking news anymore. We have reruns. All right, I've accepted it. This is my life now. Wake up, check my phone, government shutdown, Epstein's files released, nothing happens. Minnesota fraud, still nothing. ICE, everyone screaming, nobody listening. Fuck!
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Babe, I got you, babe.
Repeat. At this point, honestly, if something actually happened, like someone got arrested, I'd be suspicious. I'd be like, whoa. Since when do we ever do things domestically? Do we ever? No, we don't. Republicans don't fight. Democrats don't govern. The media doesn't inform. They just recycle outrage like it's Earth Day. He's guilty. Trump is guilty. He's the defendant. He's guilty of everything until proven innocent, until guilty again tomorrow. And then the next day, fascism. And Epstein is the only guy who managed to die and somehow still runs the news cycle. This isn't a country anymore. It's a Netflix show that should have ended, it should have ended 3 seasons ago. But they keep renewing it. Epstein. Because idiots like us keep watching. So yeah. Happy Groundhog's Day, everybody. See you tomorrow. Same scandal, same lies, same nothing. And at this point, I don't even need new material. I just need better timing, apparently. Because tomorrow I'll wake up, say the same jokes, and you'll laugh at the same exact spots. And we'll all pretend something's different. Happy Groundhog Day, America. And if you're wondering what tomorrow's headlines are, don't worry. You already know them. Government shutdown, Epstein files, Minnesota fraud, ICE outrage. Oh, shit. Good morning.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb.
What's going on, everybody? Dude, happy Groundhog's Day. If you did not know, Punxsutawney Phil, this is what I have to say to him. Yep, there you go, Punxsutawney. You could go take your fucking 6-week prediction, you piece of shit little fucking rodent. Punxsutawney Phil sees his shadow, predicts 6 more weeks of winter. You know what the God's honest truth is? Punxsutawney Phil had like 4,600 people in his one live feed, like 20,000 people in the other live feed, and I was jealous as fuck. And I don't speak Groundhogese, as it's called. I definitely do not speak Groundhogese, but let's get to the chat. Let's see who's in here. I think I have to sometimes I have to get out of the Rumble chat and I have to get back in. It's kind of like level 1 tech support. But hey, everybody, real quick, do me a favor, finger the fuck out of my like button and hit the share button. If you like this, hit the share button. You can always check me out on all my channels on Facebook. I am Mike Calderese, Center Cut Media. I do have Center Cut Media on Facebook. I don't really do much to it. I got to start. Center Cut Media, obviously, on Rumble and YouTube, wherever you want to check me out. The Rumble feed is typically the feed where most of the comments happen. If you want to get in that, we have way more comments there. So I mostly stick to that. So if you want to hop over to the Rumble feed, check me out. Find me, Center Cut Media. Sometimes Rumble, you have to put it in one word, put it in 2 words, capitalize the C. Rumble's chat, Rumble's search is it's very interesting. Let's just put it that way. But first one in the chat, let's fucking go. It's Johnny69, Yankee68, Jay Calda, the regular suspects, Mama Dukes, love to have you. And Jersey Abe69, happy spook month, bro. What the? I Jersey Abe, I got to tell you something. You're the only one that get away with saying all that shit because I love you that much. I still didn't get my hug, buddy. Still didn't get my hug. Yankee68 says, shoot that, wrote it. Fake bot followers on that Groundhog prick dog style. Yeah, it must be. It must be fake dog followers. That's for damn sure. But let's get in. Where the hell do we even want to fucking start today? I mean, do we want to start at Epstein? Because I keep yanking this thing out of my ear. It's going to piss me off. I actually got to get a better setup with this thing. But where the hell do we want to set up? And by the way, I have some things I didn't get to with Elon talking about robots futures. We're going to get to that at the end of this show. But I guess I'm going to start right here. Let's start with something that's not ridiculous. The SAVE Act. If you didn't know what the hell the SAVE Act, here's Chip Roy.
Well, we're working with the White House and the Speaker on the best processes. But look, the SAVE Act is a great bill. And you just noted, Mike and I updated our SAVE Act, which focuses on citizenship. We added the voter ID, to your point. That's now the Save America Act, and it's a great bill. And we want to move that bill over to the Senate and then force the Senate to act. I want Democrats to have to explain why they want non-citizens to vote in our elections, and they don't want common sense voter ID in federal elections. So we'll see if that becomes a part of the appropriations fight. We certainly believe it ought to move forward, and we certainly believe we ought to stand with ICE. So we're trying to be responsible, do our job, and follow the bipartisan agreements. And by the way, Tom Homan's doing a great job on the ground, restoring some, cooling things and calming things down. But we're not backing away. The president's not backing away. We have a job to do. We need to do it the right way. And we're not going to let these radical Antifa Marxists undermine security and safety for Americans. We're going to stand up for the American people that sent us here to change.
So if you didn't know what was up with the SAVE Act, what they're trying to do is they're trying to, I guess, harden it in the Senate. And if I pop this thing out of my ear one more fucking time, put it this way, Congress and the Senate, of course, they don't agree on anything and they can't just get anything done one time. And of course, they can't get anything done on time because we're shut down again. If you haven't noticed, the last time they did this, they were like, oh, we just have to get through Christmas and we have to get through January. And this is what the extension is going to be for. Then that's going to give us all the time in the world to talk about it. And then we're going to get it done. Then, the Democrats and Republicans, we could really talk. If we could just, remember, this is the last shutdown. That's the shit they were saying. So the SAVE Act is pretty basic. It's election integrity, right? Show an ID to vote. Illegals can't vote. I thought that was already a law, but silly me, maybe it's not. But this seems like some common sense, really basic shit. But this is Hakeem Jeffries. This is when you know people are not serious. This is when you know we are being led on whatever's in the news because we want to be outraged of it. Like, this is all ICE all the time, nonstop, follow agents. Let's talk about this. ICE is killing people left and right. It's like fucking mayhem, and it's always in Minnesota, and it's fucking Groundhog Day. Here's Hakeem Jeffries.
Leader Jeffries, what do you make of Anna Paulina Luna talking about attaching the SAVE Act to the DHS funding bill when it comes back to the House with the amendments made for DHS?
That's not happening. The reality is what's in front of us right now is that ICE needs to be dramatically and totally reformed. Big changes are needed that are bold and transformative, period, full stop.
So do you support the SAVE Act, SAVE Act voter ID for elections? Do you support that?
We support dramatic changes to the manner in which DHS has been conducting itself. Taxpayer dollars should not be used to kill and brutalize American people and to violently target law-abiding immigrants. It's not a controversial position. It's the position that the overwhelming majority of the American people hold, including apparently now the NRA.
What about the FBI raid in Fulton County? Are you concerned any fraud's going to be uncovered there?
Donald Trump continues to want to litigate the fact that he lost the 2020 election. I don't understand how he thinks this is going to help his position, which is...
That's the best the Democrats have. That's a Speaker of the House. I mean, that's the Democrat minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries. Got to ask a very blunt question. Oh, let's deflect in 3-word pauses. 3 words, pause, 3 words, pause, 3 words, pause. Fucking that guy, he is the absolute biggest idiot on the planet. But you know what? I've been saying this for a really long time, guys. From when Trump took office, every one of you that had been watching me, I said, Trump is going to be hindered more by his Republicans than he is the Democrats. The Democrats are going to vote against him. Okay? We even had a bill brought up by Bernie Sanders to take $75 million out of DHS and ICE, and yet 2 Republicans vote with that bill, Lisa Murkowski and the 2 idiots up in like Maine and New Hampshire. How are they even Republican? I don't know. Somehow John Fetterman's a Democrat and they're Republican in the weirdest world on the planet because Fetterman is the only one that makes sense. I'm going to be honest about probably besides everyone. Besides Thomas Massey, every single person, fucking Fetterman's making the most sense. But I bring all this up with the Republicans being Trump's problem because this is John Thune. This is the Senate Majority Leader. And I'm just wondering, have you even heard from this dude? Has he been out there talking? Has he been pushing anything? Has he been politicking? What the fuck has the Republican Senate done besides make Trump look bad and try to lose this upcoming midterms?
We urge the passing of the SAVE Act as well as many MAGA Republicans. What is the holdup in the Senate? Why hasn't that been brought to the floor for a vote? And what's your stance on requiring proof of citizenship to vote in elections?
Well, I'm for that. I've co-sponsored the SAVE Act in the past. I think my understanding is that they are still modifying the bill. It includes right now a requirement that you be a citizen to register to vote, but it doesn't include a requirement that to vote you be a resident. So in other words, if you're going to have what we call voter ID or photo ID when somebody goes into the ballot box to vote, that's not currently covered in the bill. So that's being fixed and addressed, and I think the new bill that comes out hopefully will deal with that. But I mean, at some point we'll have that vote. I'm for it. I think most of our colleagues in the Senate are, and I don't, it hasn't had consideration in the relevant committee yet, but I know there's a high level of interest among our members in getting a vote on SAVE Act.
Like, he looks really cute on camera. His hair's done really good. He's Ozempic faced to the 9. I mean, he doesn't have an ounce of body fat on that chin. Not like me. I have to do the shave where it kind of covers this all up. And I have to keep the camera really high. Go figure. But what did that guy say to you? Oh, no, you know what? Oh, shit. The bill, it's just not there. It's just not really there yet. We're getting there though. I mean, we're plugging along. We're like the little engine chugga toot, like the little engine that could. We're gonna get there. I promise. I swear to God, we're gonna try our hardest. And I think probably maybe have the votes. I'm gonna be not honest with you at all. This is what you heard from that guy. I don't know where he's at. I watch this stuff all day long. You rarely hear that guy talk. And when he talks, this is the shit that comes out of his mouth. And when this guy was picked, what did I say? Just like what I say when Johnson's picked. Trump is not going to be able to do any of his agenda. All of you have been watching me for the last year have heard me say this over and over and over. I said it in December. I said it in fucking January. Trump is not going to be able to do his agenda. Why do you think he's focused on overseas? Why do you think he's focused on Venezuela? How many times have I said this? Is it starting to make fucking sense now? Trump knows he can't get anything done. Trump knows he's got a feckless Republican Party that can't even override a government shutdown. Why wouldn't the Democrats do this over and over and over? It was really successful last time. The Republicans didn't crush it. They let it go. Then they lost the argument. Then they lost the votes. Then they got destroyed in New Jersey and in Virginia. And Virginia's wearing the ass with all the new taxes. Congratulations, Jersey, Abe. How do you feel that your taxes just going through the roof for everything, including landscaping? These are the consequences because of the feckless, ridiculous Republicans. And everybody wonders where I lambast these guys, because they are the worst. They are the worst. And the most disgusting part is every one of you guys take this Republican-Democrat horseshit dichotomy and you bring it into your local politics where chances are it doesn't fucking matter. The best person has to fucking govern. The best person is not always the guy that the R's put up. I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's the truth. But we take this warped, ridiculous ideology and we defend every last thing that these jerk-offs are doing. This is the second government shutdown. They shut Trump's agenda down for what? How many days? 90? 100 days? We're now less than a year away from being a completely lame duck president with a Democrat Congress and a Democrat fucking Senate. Do you guys not see the writing on the wall that's coming? A Democrat just won Texas from a Trump-backed candidate where he won by 17 points. Now, I'm not saying that's a microcosm of the macrocosm, but I think it's call for somewhat of an alarm with these idiots in the Republican Party to get their shit together and start putting forth some effort not to completely lose the House and lose the Senate. But as of right now, it's not happening. They're not going to do it. They are 100% going to lose the House and lose the Senate. Let's get to some of these followers. Who was the moron that decided a rodent could predict the weather? Yeah, dude, you had to be. What were they smoking, peyote, with this shit? Who came up with Punxsutawney Phil and Staten Island Chuck or whatever? I mean, Staten Island Chuck was like these New Yorkers doing like, you know what? My groundhog would kick your groundhog's fucking ass. All right, we got you got Phil. Yeah, we got Chuck, and Chuck will fucking nunchuck. He'll fucking nunchuck you. I don't know if you guys can maybe fucking lose my shit. Who did decide a rodent could predict the weather? I'm telling you, people were really high one day, and like acid type shit, and the rodent started talking to him, and they were like, "Yo, man, what's up, Phil? What do you think is gonna happen in the weather?" And Phil, like when they were on peyote and shit, was talking to him, was like, "Yo, man, I scratched my nuts one time. It's 6 more weeks of winter. If I go left hand twice, it's going to be an early spring. But I think I'm going to scratch my balls one time. You got 6 more weeks of winter." And it was, and they believed him. And Phil was maybe right a couple of years. And they started a Phil cult. And next thing you know, you have everybody in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, losing their shit. I don't even know how that works. Hakeem needs to hang. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's 68. I love it. Hakeem needs to hang from a tree. I don't know if we need to go that far. You know what, dude? I like when he talks because he sounds like an idiot. So I don't want him to go anywhere, if we're being honest. Democrats would not want election integrity because they would never win another election. Yeah, dude, listen. Chuck Schumer. Let's see if I have some of this shit with Chuck Schumer. I think I have his statement. Chuck Schumer called it Jim Crow. Ready? I have said it before, and I'll say it again. The SAVE Act, let's talk like Chuck Schumer. The SAVE Act would impose Jim Crow-style laws to the entire country, and it's dead on arrival in the Senate. It is the poison pill that will kill any legislation that's attached to. If House Republicans add SAVE Act to the bipartisan appropriations package, it will lead to another prolonged Trump government shutdown. Let's be clear, the SAVE Act it's not about securing our elections. It's about suppressing voters. The SAVE Act seeks to disenfranchise millions of American citizens, seize control of our elections, and fan the flames of election skepticism and denialism. You like that? I there was like a little coming out. I really enjoy it. I like that voice I was doing. I don't even know if I could give it back. That was Chuck Schumer, everybody. It's Jim Crow. It's funny. They said the same thing about Georgia, and Georgia had record elections. If you fight against showing an ID at an election place, I don't know the argument that's going to make sense to me, that's going to make sense to anybody. Because what is the argument? That poor people or minorities are too stupid to have ID? They don't know where to get a license? They can't drive? Because that's the only argument you can make against this. Because everyone has an ID. Unless, I don't know. Unless you got drunk, you got to take it from you, and you still can get some form of ID somehow. I don't see how this is a disgusting, a difficult topic. You know what it is? When you have to prove who you are to vote, like Jay Cal and Yankee 68 said, you are not going to be able to as easily steal votes. You're not going to be able to as easily manufacture votes. When you have accountability, you have a safe system. You're seeing this everywhere. You're seeing, I think the plan is, honestly, to get everybody so disenfranchised with basic systems that we live by that they just either don't participate or try to overthrow what's happening. And you see it federally and you see it locally. And what locally, what they do is what they did in Manchester. I brought this up a bunch of times. 4 different meetings, filibuster, get a whole bunch of people there, filibuster. What's funny about it is when I started asking my questions to the lawyer or to the people, this is really funny. I had them completely stammered to where they could not answer a question. And the main guy cuts me off and says, "Hey, can I just cut you off because this one needs to use the bathroom," in the middle of my questioning. In the middle of me questioning, when they couldn't answer a word I was saying. And then it was funny because you saw the team effort, the team that was around it that were all talking. But what took place? What was trying to take place? They're trying to talk around. They're trying to filibuster. They're trying to get everybody confused. They're trying to just talk in circles and in circles and in circles and in circles so nobody can follow what the fuck's going on. Groundhog's Day. Over and over and over. And you're seeing it. It's unbelievable, like the correlations to Groundhog's Day, the movie, that I do see in life, the more I pay attention to it. The more that you see local governments and federal governments and how they operate and how it's corrupt and how you have the power players behind it. It's very interesting. Any other? Jay Cal, if you haven't realized it yet, neither party will fix anything. They're only here to get elected and get rich. Yes. They're only here to get elected and get rich. I don't know how it's not so clear to everybody that Ilhan Omar and the other bald-headed one, Presley, they're coming into office broke and they're worth millions. The only way you get rich off of politics is through corruption. That's it. But now, if you notice, it is a lucrative business to be a politician. And listen, it's not just them. What was his name? Mark Wayne Mullen or whatever the fuck that idiot Republican's name, who was such a big old Trump fan, man. He's the one I think that tried fighting somebody. He's real tough. Yeah, you got rich off a lot of stocks as well, didn't you? It's on both sides. Both of these people are corrupt. You got Dan Crenshaw comes in, everyone fucking loves him, then he exposed himself. Like he pulled out his wanger and pressed it up against the glass on the Alano Club. Wangers on the glass at the Alano Club. That's no good. Hey, he said Kristi Noem needs to be put on ice permanently. He did, didn't he? We have our voter ID in South Carolina, and it works. Yeah, I mean, you still have black people voting in South Carolina, right? It's unbelievable. Talking about Kristi Noem. Where was it? Here we go. Kristi Noem. Effective immediately, we are deploying body cameras to every officer in the field in Minnesota. says DHS Secretary Christy Noem. So the cool thing about body cameras is the left push for them, and all they have discovered is how horrible people act. They thought they were going to uncover all of this horrible, ridiculous police abuse, and police are hunting black people and they're just killing everybody. And you can't even be a poor little Latino kid unless you shoot a black kid, then you're considered a white kid. Trayvon Martin looked like Obama. Hope you're following. I hope you're fucking following. But body cams, what did they do? Have you seen cops really being fucking ridiculous? No. Matter of fact, it's got them really on their best behavior, which great. It did that. But maybe were they always on their best behavior and we just didn't see it? Because now it seems like these cops are incredibly patient. And what do you see? You see person after person after person after person trying to get the reaction out of cops, trying to attack them, trying to get killed. Like the two idiots with ICE. And everybody's still fucking losing their mind, going crazy. Let's move on. I guess we can move on. Let's move on to Epstein. But first, here's a commercial from one of our sponsors.
This is very exciting. I have the first ever siren box. Should we open it? It says tear me apart. I think I have that one on. These are my favorite. And I saw Simba.
All right, just kidding. That wasn't one of our sponsors. But if you didn't know, everybody, the Epstein list. Yep, the Epstein list came out, and the funniest part about it was Epstein. Trump's name was mentioned a whole hell of a lot. Let's actually get to this. Ready? And Trump is singing that he's vindicated. Trump literally said, "Hey, go here. Here you go. Here you go. I love that. I love that, Trump. Fucking, I'm never gonna take that off." But this is apparently, out of all the things that came out, this is the thing that they think is going to get Trump. And where the fuck is it? Did I not have it? Oh, here it is. There it is. Now I'm going to narrate this, because you can see Trump. And now, he's kind of creepy, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the version of Trump I didn't like. There's Epstein. Look at him, he's a lip biter too, and he's dancing. And he had that same dance. Did you see the Trump dance? He's been doing it forever. Look at him. What do you say? This is the worst. This is the worst thing. This is what they have. All the files. Trump's a pedophile. Trump's an asshole. Trump's a moron. You see it now? He's a fucking lip biter. He bites his lip when he dances. And he had that fucking Trump dance back then. He was doing it. I'm talking circa 1997. Dude, that was the Trump fist pump. Now I get it. We used the fist pump. He kind of did this. Nonstop. That's Trump. And he looks coked out. He said he never did drugs in his life. He looks coked out. Do you need to see the Trump dance again? I don't think you need to see it. I don't think you need to see a Trump dance. But that's what they have on Donald J. Trump. All of the files that came out. He's such a pedophile. Left-wing guys, you're so convinced. He was a pedophile. He banged all these kids. Didn't you know that? It's coming. I swear to God, it's coming. Wait till all the files get released. It's funny because they say, hey, we released all the files, and they released like another million of them. It's like, here's all of them. They're like, are you sure? And it's like, oh, fuck. All right, here's another million. That's all we have. Are you sure? Yeah. I swear to God, that's all we got. Wait until next week. We're going to have another million files that are going to come out. But this is what we got on Donald Trump. But I found it interesting because there is a new theory going on out of the Epstein files. and it involved Mom Dommy. If you haven't fucking seen this shit. Oh, it's Johnny69 says, can I open her box? Did you see it? It said tear me up or tear me apart. It's like, come on, man. Come on. I can't. But I had to play it. I had to. But so the rumor is Mom Dommy's mom is in the Epstein files, and Mom Dommy finally had protesters full of this. You know, these are left-wing protesters because they have drums.
That's right. We know about your mom. Now listen, we was with you, Zoran. We voted for you, Zoran. We advocated for you, Zoran. We advocated for you. You ain't getting up and get up in there and lie to us. You lied, Zoran. Shame, Zoran.
Shame. Shame.
The first lie was CCRB, Zoran.
Shame.
CCRB,
You know that's left wing because it had the same shit. 10 minutes from now, they were like, hey, ho ho, the Zoromanami's got to go. You know that came out, but the dude with the beat, he's got to get better beats. The one guy wasn't on cue though. The guy in the microphone, he's got to speak like Hakeem Jeffries, right? 3 words, doom doom. 3 words, doom doom. 3 words, doom doom. You know what I'm saying? Mom Dommy, I seen your mom. Doom, doom. With the Epstein files. Doom, doom. She seems like a hoe. Doom, doom. Is he really your dad? Boom, boom. Right? That's how you got to fucking do it. If you're going to protest in front of his house, do it right with a megaphone, damn it. But let's get into it. Is he, yes or no, Epstein's kid? Let's look at the evidence here. I'm going to be honest with you. That's That's pretty convincing. But one thing I've learned, I used to watch those, what are they called? What was it? That one judge who did the maternity test. It was like this really cute, like black, tough judge, bro. She was awesome. It wasn't Judge, I don't remember her name, but it was the paternity court. And you would look at this and the baby looked just like the guy. And she would be like, Mr. Jacobs, you are not the father. And he's like, oh, shit. And it's like a dude that kind of looks just like him. And you're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So what is a picture going to do? You look at that picture, okay, it's kind of the same nose, same kind of grin. They have that same little crease above the eye. I got to be honest, same ear, same hairline. And dude, this is just a creepiest ass fucking photo. Because if you look at it, Mom Dommy's with a chick that has the same haircut as Ghislaine Maxwell. Does that make any sense to you? I wonder, because it's going to be interesting. Do you think she has the same size tits as Ghislaine Maxwell? Because those, I'm going to be honest with you, I can understand why she was the recruiter. Do you think, though? I couldn't help when I saw that. I couldn't help but think it. But look at this picture. It's the same picture. Same girl, same. It's almost like Maxwell's daughter and fucking Epstein's daughter. Now, maybe they're doing some crazy shit with AI anymore, but that looks like Epstein and that looks like Mom Dommy. And that is the creepiest ass picture I think I've ever seen in my life. But is he? Here we go again. Now, these were in the Epstein files. Right? Now, if you look at that, okay, I guess Epstein's face is a little bit longer than Mom Dommy. I could see the nose. I could see the mouth. I mean, the mouth, the face, he's a little longer, but his mom's got a short, chunky face. And there he is as a baby, apparently. Gronk and all those have not. Gronk, I have my family staring at me, but Gronk and everybody have not had any community notes on any of these pictures. It was very interesting. No community note on this picture either. I'm trying to see if this is legit, but this is apparently, all of them together. I find it ridiculous with Clinton. It's like all the players. I think this one may be AI, Jeff Bezos. This is like the fucking ministry of death right here. This is the ministry of rape. That's what they're saying. We have the ministry of raping kids all in one picture. Is that what's going on here? I don't know. Interesting. Oh, sorry. The ministry of allegedly raping children. Because honestly, nothing came out about them either. You notice that? Not one smoking gun. Not one smoking gun. This is the best thing we have. The best thing we have about the Epstein files. And when I told you guys this, I told you this was going to be a complete and total fucking nothing. And with the manner in which the Trump administration handled the release and the fact that they own this is going to be another thing that is going to cost them the election. And I'm telling you right now, this is what pisses me off. Because if these fucking idiots honestly would have listened to me, you wouldn't have been in this stupid ass situation. You wouldn't look as bad right now. You wouldn't have owned the Epstein files, which you have. But you handled it like a bunch of idiots. You fumbled it. You bumbled it. And now this is the best we have. This is the best we have, is this picture right here. And that is absolutely fucking weird. But let's get to Nicki Minaj, actually, because Nicki Minaj, believe it or not, it's the funniest thing that has come out of this somehow. Dude, she went from flashing, I think she was like a stripper. So I don't know Nicki Minaj. Listen, I don't know her story. But one of them has those type of stories. But she went from doing these type of songs, having a big following, to really sacrificing a lot of her following, coming to Jesus. And now she went full Trump, full Republican. And it's very interesting because she's been going off on X. Let's go through a couple of them, because Jay-Z was mentioned in the Epstein files. And you know what? There's been a lot of rumors about all these people. P. Diddy, Jay-Z, banging kids, Justin Bieber. You have these arguments left, right, all the time. But this is one of Nicki Minaj's posts. Ready? What the fuck, child predator? What she's trying to say is that they like to get with young girls. And she posted this picture, 27-16, 26-15. And I think that's well documented now that they were actually that age at the time when they were doing that. But here's Nicki Minaj on another one. Ready? Maybe I should discuss the brainwashing techniques they use. I would love to know what brainwashing techniques they use. Nicki? Because I think they're out there. I think it happens. Do you think she's going to say anything of relevance? I don't know. But she's going deep. Ready? Imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out here with a 16-year-old in this day and age, and how y'all would have his head on a platter. This guy was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Next, I'll get on the owner of Shatterdome and more. Interesting. Fucking interesting. Ready? This is where it starts getting even more interesting. Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of blood sacrifice to their god. You see, when your master is Satan, you must consistently shed blood. However, the jig is up. What? I mean, we've all heard about this shit. We all heard that they scared the shit out of babies, drain their blood and drink it. That was supposed to be the adrenochrome, because it gets the adrenaline pumping through the blood, and they supposed to drink it. And who knows, supposed to give them godlike powers. That's what they feel like. It's kind of fucking disgusting if you ask me, but she's bringing it up, not me. And she says, is y'all understanding that these people have been sacrificing children as a way of gaining and maintaining power? If you ever vote Democrat again, you're just as soulless as they are and will perish. Maybe it's time for me to do some story time, since I was trying not to say what I know, yet they continue to attempt bullying. Also, I won't be releasing an album until my contract is renegotiated, until I tell you about the sabotage. Until I tell you about the sabotage. You know what? Whew, I got to tell you something, man. I fully believe. I don't know why I believe this, but I believe that there are some really sick, powerful, disgusting people. And why do I believe that? I think history would tell us that there were some really sick, disgusting, powerful individuals throughout history. And I really believe that when you get to a point where you run the world like some of these people do, you believe you're a god, you get the God complex. So yeah, you know what? You might start taking part in some godlike fucking weird cult-like rituals. Do I think there's definitely not a, Illuminati out there? I don't know. I'm going to assume this because I don't believe it's outside the realm of human possibility to do certain things. I don't believe that humans, but the baby just opened the door. I don't believe that humans are impossible at doing or incapable of doing anything. That includes draining the blood of babies. What, did he want to come on the show? Is that what's going on? He actually banged on the door. Let's see. He's 9 months now. You want to come on the show, Bubba? Here's little homie. Here's little homie. Let's say hi. Say hi. You see yourself right there? So they would drain the blood of little babies like this. Not little from him because he's loved. These poor little countries. These poor countries. And they would drink the blood from these babies. Hi, buddy. So little Valentino is 9 months now. Hi, Bubba. Oh, okay. He opened the door and came running into me. So we had to do it. We had to do it. I should have had this. I should have had this one on. So little babies like him, they drain the blood from. That's what Nicki Minaj is saying. Do you believe that's happening? Put it in the chat. I definitely believe it's happening. Rumble is blocking my post. Nikki and Roseanne Barr talks about baby rape. Listen, this baby rape, Mama Dukes, baby rape stuff has been talked about from a lot of different people, from a lot of different from a lot of different directions. Mel Gibson was screaming about it. You had that one fucking girl, if you remember back in the day, she came out in like Spanish. She was like, "Hey, sí, no manitas, amigo, and it was like fucking, they are eating kids and they're fucking cannibals and they're drinking babies' flesh. And that bitch disappeared. That's the reality of what just took place there. Yeah, a long time ago. Oh, hi, Valentino. Hey, that was for you, Mama Dukes. He actually came busting through the door. Because listen, he is crawling. He is everywhere now. He's so big. He's like 25 pounds. He's so strong. He's up the damn steps. It's like with us behind him, but we'll let him crawl the steps because it's good. It's a good workout for him. You know, I try to get more reps. I'm like, again, I'll bring him down the steps, bring him to the bottom. It's like, do it. Let's go. Come on, you little baby. No, I'm just kidding. He wants to do it non-stop is what he wants to do. It's all coming out, Mama Duke says. You are not kidding. It is all coming out. But listen, man, you know, if they're doing stuff like this, it's one of the reasons why I don't think anything of relevance is ever going to come out. And because the people that are in power are in charge of documenting everything. And do you think someone like Biden or the people that are behind him or even Trump or even Bush or even Clinton or any of these guys, you think they're going to put stuff down that's going to fucking incriminate them in any way, shape, or form? That's why this is case closed. This is why you're never going to know any of the Epstein clients. And Thomas Massie, I'm going to let him finish on this because Thomas Massie is the only fucking person in the room that's actually talking intelligently. And here he is.
That is wrong. Do not let the Senate muck this bill up. And if you're a party to that in the Senate, you are part of this cover-up that we are trying to expose. I am sorry if one of your billionaire donors is going to get embarrassed because he went to Rape Island. That is what they have coming. In fact, they need to be on the other side of bars, a lot of them. Some of them will be embarrassed, but some of them need to go to prison, and the survivors know that. So how will we know if this bill has been successful? We will know when there are men, rich men, in handcuffs being perp-walked to the jail. And until then, this is still a cover-up.
Until people are perp-walked to the jail. And while everybody is hating on Thomas Massie, while everybody while Donald Trump's saying he's going to He's going to primary him, and everybody's shitting on this guy. He's one of the reasons why you even seen any of the list. He's the one fighting the hardest for it. He wants to see unredacted versions because guess what? There's still redacted shit in there that's come out. And he wants to see people perp walked. He wants to see people put in jail. And I think we all do. Troy Chibaro. Welcome, Troy. Really appreciate it. Finger the fuck out of my like button, Troy. Really appreciate you being here. He says, Epstein is Mom Dommy's dad one more time. Okay, hold on. Is it, put it in the chat right now. Let's see. What's your verdict? Yes or no? Is Epstein Mom Dommy's dad? And is this not the creepiest ass fucking picture you have ever seen in your life? It's too close. It's weird. It's weird. It's just weird. Oh, what happened? Am I on okay, I thought I went down on Rumble there for a second. All right. What else do we have? Here we go. Let's get into this one. If you haven't heard this, before we move on to our next story, let's play a couple idiot liberals.
No one is illegal on stolen land. And yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now.
Nobody is illegal on stolen land. Did you hear that? While everybody's making fun of Billie Eilish, I'm looking at everybody else in the crowd that's like, oh, yes, yes. Oh my God, yes. Did you see these people in the background? Feathers coming out of their hairs, feathers coming off their ass. Fucking pierced fucking feathered titties and shit. Oh my God. Fucking. And I just wish they could see the irony in their absolute horseshit that they put out. Here you have people. Not one of them has taken in an immigrant. They are at a bougie-ass awards ceremony with all their millionaire, highfalutin, limousine-taking, Gucci-ass motherfucking wearing friends. And they've done all of that on their stolen land. But their money's not stolen money on stolen land, right? No. No, because if this was them, you'd be fucking an Indian tribe right now still, and they'd be chucking spears at you, and you'd be having the Comanches still in your land. It's the most ridiculous argument watching these people. And year after year after year, the ratings go down and they don't even know why. It's because they're retarded like this. This is the problem. They're so out of touch in their little stupid bubble. These politicians, these media people, and these celebrities are so out of touch that they say dumb shit like this and they say dumb shit like this.
There's a Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland. Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it?
I told you it was my last year. What are you going to do about it? I don't know. I think a lawsuit could be coming if you could prove that he was on the island when you're making these fucking statements. You know, it's just real funny how we throw around calling people pedophiles anymore. Oh, because that's just fashionable. You're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. It's just, hey, let's just toss that the fuck out there because it means nothing. You can say it apparently to anybody, for anybody, with just no consequences whatsoever. Yankee 68 says the nipple dress was interesting. Mama Dukes concurs, says yes, the nipple dress. Hey, Feathers in the nipples, feathers in your ass, feathers on your head. You didn't see hers? I was just commenting on what she was wearing. It was the feather nipple dress. But so we have feathery nipples, and Trevor Noah made up one star-studded event in the Grammys or the Emmys or the fucking Assies. I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Oh, man. Oh, wow. It's already 8:56. Holy shit. Let's go through some quick news really fast. Dude, time flies. I'm having fun with you guys. I got to tell you something. Have you fingered the fuck out of my like button? If you have, go ahead and hit that share button, man. Go ahead and fucking share the hell out of this. Share the YouTube page. Share the Rumble page. Please. It'll really help me. You guys have been helping me. Honestly, I've never had so much engagement. I've never had so many people on the show. I really appreciate you. It's all from you. And I do appreciate every single fucking last one of you. Let's see. Shutdown again. What do we want to do? What do we do? Petty's death. Hey, Alex Pretty's death is ruled a homicide by Minnesota medical examiner. I wonder how they came to that conclusion. Was he shot in the back of the head or something like that? Yeah, he was shot a bunch of times. So I guess you could rule it a homicide. It's just funny. You knew they're trying to say he murdered her. And the fact that you see this type of politically motivated bullshit, it just absolutely bothers me. Here's an interesting one. You ready? One more thing about the Epstein list. How do you know it's complete and total bullshit? It's oh shit, I lost I lost what I was going to show you. Here we go. This is how you know. Emails reveal new theory about whom Epstein was really working for. Who do you think it could possibly be? Was it Israel? Was it Iran? Was it anybody? Guess who it was? It was Putin. Of course, it was fucking Putin. Thousands of cryptic messages tying Jeffrey Epstein to Vladimir Putin. That's what's come out of this entire thing. Have been discovered in the latest release of the files. Emails showing unnamed sources discussing meetings. Of course, emails show unnamed sources. You got to love it. Meetings between Epstein and Russian President Vladimir Putin. And this is what it says finally. Putin is named almost 1,000 times in the latest tranche of documents released Friday, while there are almost 10,000 references to Moscow. So, how do you know this is bullshit? Like I predicted it was a year ago plus. Nothing comes out except Mom Dummy's mom and Putin. And what's very interesting is the Epstein files actually said Mom Dummy's mom had a wooden leg with a kickstand. I didn't even know that existed. I didn't even know. The Epstein files said Mom Dummy's mom is so dumb the bitch went outside. I said it was chilly outside and she went out and brought a bowl. I couldn't think of what joke I wanted to tell you. That's what the Epstein files said. It was just your mama jokes. Fucking horseshit. Absolute and total horseshit. As Israel, Mike's son showed me the nipple dress. The nipple dress. Hey, I want one of them nipple dresses. I got to tell you. I want me a nipple dress. And last but not least, two things. Trump slashes tariffs on India after Modi agrees to stop buying Russian oil. That was a good one. They're trying to listen. Trump makes a very good point. If we're trying to fight Russia, why are we buying oil from them and continue to fund this campaign? I do feel bad for the people of Russia because they're going to suffer too. But fuck them. Your people are killing people over there. Don't care. Last thing. Trump demands action on Minnesota massive welfare fraud scandal. I'll tell you what the action is going to be. We're going to talk about that next week, just like it's Groundhog's Day over and over and over again. Actually, one more. Let's do one more. Texas State Board of Education is reportedly moving towards mandating Bible readings in public schools, per the Houston Chronicle. I'm going to tell you something. And I want to be very clear. Bible readings have no place in public schools. Just like I don't want politics in public schools, just like I don't want religion mixing with government, none of that shit. This is I don't care how much I agree with whatever. You want to let's say I agree with everything you're teaching those kids about the Bible. How about you just don't fucking do it? Because listen, man, you know, we talk about indoctrination. Indoctrination goes many different ways. That's for fucking damn sure. And is that it? Do we have anything else? Oh, one more. How about we do this one? Breaking 145,000 missing migrant children who were trafficked under Biden have been located as per Tom Hoby. You know what's funny about this? I searched for where they were located because I think that matters because the way they pushed it to everybody, it's like 300,000 missing immigrant kids are just loose fending for themselves all across America. Lord knows what's happening to those children. They're getting raped in the buttocks. They're getting feather piercings in their nipples. Can you just imagine what's happening? Well, we found 145,000 of them. Were they safe? Can you tell me, were they safe or did they have nipple rings? Were they getting molested or were they in a happy household with relatives or some shit? What happened to these kids? Putting it out that, hey, we just found them are the things that bother me about this stuff, especially with no context behind it. Well, I think that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you being here. Really appreciate, and we'll get to Elon on Wednesday. Listen, those aren't anywhere in a rush. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I really appreciate it. If you guys would share this, we need a Caltrop army. And listen, when you start realizing what the Caltrops are about and what it is to be a Caltrop, it means that you are not going to buy in to the toxic, tribalistic, one-sided behavior that they want to get you in. It means that you're gonna look at both sides critically, and you're gonna realize that both sides are lying to you. You're gonna look at everything as a media show, as a production. Because if you were wondering where Mom Donnie came from out of nowhere, kind of like Barack Obama with his ties to George Bush and that whole family. Oh, and lo and behold, here we go. Mom Donnie's in the Epstein files because his mom perhaps was banging Epstein. And everyone wonders, where'd this kid come from? He was groomed for it. Why is he so polished? He was groomed for it. Why is he able to answer every fucking question? Because that's what he's been doing since he was a fucking kid. Just like Barack Obama. Right? And while we are putting our kids in Little League, these powerful fuckers are grooming politicians to run your lives so they could run two candidates that they are both behind, and it doesn't matter who we pick, they are still going to be in control because we don't have a democracy. We don't have a republic. We had one. Now we have a heresy of a democracy and a shit of a republic. Because we got a federal fucking all-powerful government that supersedes all state and local laws. And we have a democratic voting process that is as corrupt and as ridiculous as you're ever going to see. Caltrops see this. And Caltrops ask questions. And Caltrops do not tolerate the fucking lies that either side tells us. I really appreciate you guys being with me. Do me a favor again. Finger blast my like button. Share the shit out of this. Join me. Follow me on every single one of my pages. Center Cut Media on YouTube. Center Cut Media on Rumble. And obviously, I got to get on X. I got to get on all these platforms, but it costs money. And I got to start making money, God's honest truth, before I can start spending it on this show. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. This Caltrop's always going to be here for you, but this Caltrop for right now is out. See you Wednesday.